Oh, hi there. My name is Jim Hogriff, and I'm here to tell you something, to talk about something really important. So listen up. Does your mother ever ask you to wipe your feet or take off your shoes when you come inside the house? I don't know about you, but my mother was always telling me to do that because I like to play in the dirt and run around and get all sweaty, and I was a mess all the time. So not only my shoes, but all of me was dirty. So she was always telling me, wipe your feet or take off your shoes. You know, the same thing was true in Jesus' day, except nobody had shoes. People either went barefoot if they were poor, or if they had a little money, they would buy sandals and wear sandals. And the thing about Israel is it's really rocky and dirty, lots of dust and rocks, and your feet would not only be dirty, but walking on rocks, have you ever done that? Your feet get really sore. They get banged up a little bit too. So they had a custom in Jesus' day. And the custom was when a person visited another house, the people in that house would wash their feet, the feet of the guest. And who did that? It wasn't the person who owned the house usually. It was somebody lower in the pecking order, somebody like a child, or if they had servants, it would be the lowest servant. This was the least pleasant job that you could do, washing smelly feet. So they would come in and they'd take a basin of water and they'd wash their feet and dry them, and that was a way to honor the guest. If you didn't wash the feet of a guest, that was a big insult, big insult. So, have you ever heard the story of the Last Supper? It's called the Last Supper because it was the last meal that Jesus had with his disciples before he was crucified. Well, they all gathered together there, and funny thing, it was just the 12 disciples and Jesus. Nobody seemed to think it was their responsibility to wash the others' feet. I mean, after all, they were important disciples. And certainly you wouldn't expect Jesus to wash the feet. He was, after all, God in the flesh. Well, as they started to eat, Jesus stood up, took off his outer garment, his coat, and wrapped a towel around his waist. He filled a basin with water, and he knelt down and began washing their feet. I have a little wood sculpture here that shows this. Now, this is a picture of Jesus when he reached the feet of Peter. And he said, let me wash your feet. And Peter said, Lord, no, you wash my feet? That wouldn't be appropriate. I mean, you can see, here's Jesus kneeling on the floor before Peter. That's a servant's position. And here's Peter, the important man. That's exactly the opposite, isn't it? So it's Jesus was trying to show them something, which he was always doing. So Jesus washed all their feet, and then he dried them off, and then he went back, put his coat on, went back to his position at the table. And he said, do you know what I have done for you? You call me teacher and Lord, and that is right, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you should also wash one another's feet. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. I tell you the truth, no servant is greater than his master. Who is the master? It looks like it's Peter, isn't it? It's Jesus. Jesus is the master, and Peter and all of us, you and I, are his servants. So what do you think? Should we be washing Jesus' feet? Okay, let's be real here. How can we do that? Jesus isn't physically here with us, right? And besides, Jesus is just using foot washing as an example to tell us that we should take the position of a servant and serve each other. So, this is really what Jesus is saying to us. To be a Christian means to serve others, to humble ourselves, and to take the position of the servant. Isn't that cool? That's something we can do. We can do that, right? I mean, I can take out the garbage. So can you. I can make my bed, although I don't every day, honestly, but I can make my bed, and you can make your bed too. I can shovel snow in the winter from my neighbor's driveway when they're not feeling well, or if they're older than me. And that's a nice thing to do because some people really can't do that too well. There are a lot of things we can do. It's like I was doing right here with this. I was just kind of cleaning up a little bit around here because I saw some things on the floor. And that's something I don't have to wait for the servant to come or the janitor to come or somebody. I can just do it right away and take care of that little thing myself without even being asked. So, this is fun. It really is. Try it. Let's all look for ways that we can serve others, and then let's do it. God bless you.